Tammy Perry, all the way from on the other side of the world, other side of America. Come on in. Hello, hello. How are you tonight? Yes, bless you. Hello, South Carolina. How are you tonight? What a pleasure. Hello, North Jacksonville. How are you tonight? Come on in. It's time for a nightcap. Hello, Lady Parish. Come on in. It's good to see you. We never know when happy hour is going to show up. It's never too late and it's never too early. It's happy hour somewhere in the world right about now. Come on in. Hello, number 2. Good evening. Come on in. Welcome to happy hour. You're in the right place at the right time with the right group of people. And we're going to talk and share some heart-to-heart things tonight. Hi, how are you? Hello, 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 hello. What a pleasure, what an honor to have you with me. Hello, great, we had an amazing prayer time today. Lady Parish, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love all of you. It's our time now. Got to put everything aside. Everybody's going to have to hold on and wait a minute. It's our time now. It's our time now. I hope you have your notepads. What are you sipping tonight? Mine is piping hot right out of the microwave, so I hope you have your sipper. Yes, yes, come on in. Come on in. Welcome to happy hour. I pray that you've had a good day and we're coming to the close of a good week. I'm ready for Friday. What about you? I'm ready for Friday. Yes, good prayer time today. Yes, 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 yes. Well, it's happy hour. And from my heart to yours, from my house to your house, maybe one day I'll come and I'll bring the setup to your place and we'll have happy hour from your location. It's portable. We can take it anywhere and do it at any time. I'm excited about our time together. Well, it's Thursday, and thank you for those of you who put your prayer requests in at an email. That's my personal email address for prayer requests. And those prayer requests, I pray over myself personally. That's my commitment to you, is to make sure. Pastor Tammy Perry, I'm praying for you. Lady Parish, I'm praying for you. Minister Mustaford, I'm praying for you. Number 2, I'm praying for you. Those of you that will view this later on and have happy hour as often as you need to, I am praying for you. Prophetess Pierce, I'm praying for you. I'm standing in agreement with you. So thank you for sending your private prayer requests to me so that I have not just Thursdays, but I have the whole week from one time to the next. From Thursday to Thursday, I pray over those things. I commit myself to intercede for you. Well, it's time for us to have a nightcap tonight. And tonight's nightcap is a hot toddy. And so a hot toddy, let's just talk about that. Hello, Dr. Monica. Come on in. You're right on time. Tonight's nightcap is a hot toddy, T-O-D-D-Y. And a toddy, or the origin of a toddy, was a hot whiskey from Ireland and Scotland was its origination. And it usually comprised of hot water, honey, hot whiskey of some kind, and then other intentional things that's placed in it. Hot toddies have a history of being a remedy to all things. Because it's so cold in Iceland and in Ireland and in Scotland during the winter seasons, That's where the hot toddy became known and famous. And its ingredients depended upon your taste and your desire. You can add a little herb, you can add a little spices, you can make your own concoction. So tonight we're going to talk about how hot toddies are intended to do certain things. When we traditionally and customarily look at the drink called the hot toddy, it was intentionally made to help the workers in those times and seasons and days of old to have that relaxing and that calming factor, to calm them down and get them ready for a good night's rest. So the hot toddy was made intentionally to drink before retiring for rest. And it was famous for when persons had symptoms on their bodies, cold symptoms, flu symptoms, when it was wet and snowy and raining. 2 years ago, I was in Scotland in the month of February. Lord have mercy, Jesus. That is not the month to go over to preach in Scotland. It was cold, it was wet, it was snowing, it was windy. But I had the time of my life. Oh my goodness. Yes, I had a good time. So, in many of the night places after church, we would always have that hot toddy or that hot tea. And so it was made intentionally according to the person who was ordering it. You would ask for your special desires to be put in that intentional drink. Intentionally because it was cold, it was wet, the climate was totally different from what I was accustomed to in February in Florida. So I always asked for a shot of vitamin C because they said that was healthy for you in that climate and in that environment. I also asked for a shot of honey because it was supposed to be soothing to the body and the mind. And then you could build your base on your toddy from whatever you so desired. But the toddy was intended. Can you say that word, intended? The toddy was intended, the hot toddy, right before bedtime, was supposed to trick your brain. Listen to this. Trick your brain into relaxing, calming down, your body to settle down, and to get you in the mode for a peaceful and restful sleep. And it was compared to how when you're not feeling well and someone gives you chicken soup. There's no scientific research that says chicken soup makes you better, but it tricks the mind that you're already feeling better. It's soothing and it's calming. So things were done intentionally and placed in the hot toddy intentionally to help one rest and relax. So tonight, I am naming our hot toddy, my hot toddy, your hot toddy for the evening. It's going to be called intentional. Because life is so unpredictable, you have to become one of the mindset that you are doing things in this time and in this season, at this point in your life, intentionally. This is not the time to accidentally do things or to uncertainly or haphazardly or randomly do things. I speak a word of comfort over your mind, over your body, over your day, and as you matriculate into your weekend, that you are going to begin to do things intentionally. I'm going to sip right there. It's still hot. It is a hot time. All right. When you're doing things intentionally, that means it's done on purpose. You should be at a point in your life where you are not accidentally doing things, but you're doing things intentionally. You are deliberate in your decision making. You're planning out things. You are calculating in your mind, in your thought, in your day, in your weekend. You are willfully doing things because you are living life on purpose and you are doing things intentionally. When you do things intentionally, you do things with purpose. You do things knowingly. I'm doing this because of that. And so things were added to the tardy intentionally to provoke rest, peace, healing, soothing, comfort. You design the tardy so that it will meet your personal desires. So it was of importance and priority what you put in and contained in your tardy. I'm going to sip to that. I think it should be cooling down by now, but it's all right. When it's intentional, can you just shout to me intentional? I need you to be on the same page with me. Tonight's hot toddy and our happy hour is all about living life with intention and purpose. When you're intentional, yes, we sip to being intentional. When you are intentional, yes, Kristen, intentional. Yes, Dr. Hardy, intentional. When you are intentional. Yes, Pastor Perry, when you are intentional. It's not by accident. It's by design. It's by choice. It's not a mistake. It's not casually done. It is preconceived. Yes, Elder Brenda, preconceived. It's, matter of fact, it's prearranged. When it's intentional, it's premeditated. Absolutely, absolutely. When it's intentional, you predetermine before it happens that this is how I want it to turn out. To be intentional takes a mindset. You have to study what you want. You have to voluntarily give in to that purpose and that plan. You have to think it out in advance for it to be intentional. So intentionally, my hot toddy for tonight is all about being intentional. I need my life. I need everything about me to be intentional. I need to premeditate. I need to have preconceived ideas. I need to prearrange things so that I can create the future that I'm believing God to provide for me. It's not just a hot toddy that I intentionally put together for me to rest tonight. No. I need to move into a mindset. I need my steps. I need my thoughts. I need my plans. I need my choices. I need my decisions. I need my associates. I need everything about me to be intentional so that I can preconceive the kind of life that I'm trying to create for myself. So I can prearrange how I want my future to be. Am I talking to anybody in here tonight? Welcome, Kim Slade. Welcome, niece. Welcome, Ashley. I need you to begin to premeditate. This is what I want my income to be. This is what I want my Christian walk to be like. This is what I want my senior years to be like. This is what I want my income to be like. This is where I want my daily peace at. This is the kind of lifestyle I want to live. It has to be predetermined and intentional. These are my health goals. These are my financial goals. These are my social and relational goals. These are my long range, my short range, my midterm goals. They are preconceived because it's all about being intentional. I want to prearrange how I want my future to end up. The scripture says my latter days shall be my better days. So I've got to now premeditate some things. I dare you to premeditate how you want to end up in this situation and these circumstances. Intentionally, I thought I would talk to you before you closed your eyes tonight, where you'd have something to mutter and meditate on. Get up with, intentionally setting your day for tomorrow to be a good day. It's not going to be a terrible Friday. It is not going to be the worst day of your life. Every day you have to set your intentions that I choose to win in the state that I'm in. I'm predetermining that I'm going somewhere. And I've got to create in my mindset. I got to make goals. I got to make plans. I've got to be deliberate. So let's make a sip and let's have a toast to being intentional at this point in this junction in your life. You're not just taking risks. I am willfully and intentionally setting myself for a greater future, for a better future. With the Lord on my side, I know if I put my mind to it, if I predetermine where I want to end up, I got to start now like I want to end some things in just a few days, just a few weeks, just a few months, just a few years. You don't have a lifetime to lose. So you've got to set your intentions in this hour. When you're setting, as we sip on our room toddy, and I talk to you about the origin of the toddy and how it's made on purpose and how it's set on purpose. A toddy is a drink that is ideal for experimentation. In a toddy, you can put whatever flavor of base you want in it. It's according to what you want the outcome to feel like, to taste like. With my toddy, I always add honey. So I have a honey stick that I'm going to place in there. And it will slowly melt. And it will give me the desired taste as it cools. And it just all kind of blends together. I'm a little different. See, when you own yourself and you own your life and you own your future and you know that God has created you to be more than average or basic or normal, then you have the flair. Matter of fact, you have the intentional audacity to do some things different. In my hot toddy, I like to always add a candy cane. And it's all right, because I can do me. I just want to free you so that you can do you. Not only are you fixing a hot toddy for you to relax in the evening or at night or when you have some downtime, but creating your life, predetermining your future, setting your focus, your mind, your purpose, your daily steps, setting your educational goals, your financial goals, your spiritual goals, your relational goals. If you're going to do it, you got to be determined and you got to do it intentionally. You got to live your life in a level of authority. The same way you create a drink, you got to be able to create the future that you desire to see. And it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. You can either go to school 2 years and earn the certification or the degree or earn the next level or whatever you're working towards. You can do that in 2 years, or you can sit 2 years and think about it and do absolutely nothing. The 2 years are going to pass one way or the other. So you might as well be intentional with your time, intentional with your abilities, intentional with your future. You can create the future that you plan to see. It is just as determined as it is to make that drink where you just say, this is good. This is good. And the life that you desire and create may not be tasty or desirable by anybody else. And that's fine. Once you load your toddy with what you want, you have to be bold enough, confident enough in the things of God that you stir in all the ingredients that you want to see. The same way you create a personalized toddy, you have to create a lifestyle that you can live with, a lifestyle that you will not end up in regret, a lifestyle that you will take on and own for yourself. Intentionally tonight, reset your life. Intentionally tonight, reset your life to the point that COVID-19 corona, mem, or nobody else can stop you from working on you. It's your heart's desire. It's your goal. You premeditate where you want to be this time next year. It's up to you. So the same way you personalize a drink, you have to personalize your life and create the future. Create. As you trust in God, as you put your hope and your confidence in Him, you create the future that you plan to see. Now let's just build a concoction right now. Let's build a drink right now. Now this is a nighttime toddy that can take you for the rest of your life. What do I need to do to put in my intentional toddy? I'm glad you asked. Well, let's start. You have a lot of options, but you got to make some choices and decisions that's going to take you where you predestined and you're determined to go to. Some things left up to you. The day is over for everybody else deciding your future, deciding where you go, deciding where you become, deciding your heights, deciding your depth, deciding your capacity. Let folk decide their own lives, and you take charge and decide yours. Be intentional. Sometimes life has got to be so hot that it makes things melt. It's got to be so hot. Sometimes we don't understand, why does it have to be this way? Just because. But it's all right as long as it's predetermined, it's intentional. You know where you're going. You know where you're headed. You know what you're looking forward to. You know what you're working towards. You are creating a target for your life. So let's make one. Why don't you use about 1.5 ounces of deciding where you want to go? About 1.5 ounces. Pour it in your container. I need to decide what I want in life and where I want to go. I got to decide for myself. I'm done with folk deciding for me and what I deserve and what I don't deserve. Done. All right, so you need about 1.5 ounces of deciding what you want in life. It's your life. You need to design it intentionally. Then you need about a teaspoon of purpose that you've defined. What is your purpose? What do I want to communicate? What do I want to contribute? What do I have to give? Why am I still here? You need about a tablespoon of that. Then next, you got to stir as you go along. Don't let it settle to the bottom. Stir it. You are creating the future that you want to live with and that you want to see, and you're doing it on purpose. As a matter of fact, you are premeditating the success that you are destined to walk and reign in. You need about 1/2 ounce of goals. You need to set goals. I want to be here. I want to do this. I want to accomplish this. I want to save this. I want to purchase this. I want to master this. You have got to set goals. You need about 1/2 ounce of goals. And then you need a whole cup. You need 1 cup of focus. Focus. You need to focus. When you focus, then you find a way to intentionally handle distractions. You need focus. I don't care what you set, where you set to go in life. If you don't remain focused, you won't get there. I'm going to drink to that. Ooh, it's cooling off now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Come back. All right. 1.5 ounces of where you want to go in life, what you desire. 1 teaspoon of defined purpose. You're just not anybody going somewhere. Defined purpose. 1/2 ounce of setting goals. You got to set goals. And then 1 full cup, 1 solid cup of focus. You got to be intentional in your focus. You got to be able to handle the distractions and focus on the focus. Focus on the focus. Whatever, no matter what goal you set, you got to focus on the focus. And then 1 tea bag full of tea bag of your choice, or the base of your drink of your choice. Things that you've learned from others, your research, your reading. You identify some people who have accomplished what you're going after. You look at the success. Not that you're jealous or not that you're competing with them, but you know if he did it for them, he has no respect of person. He will do it for you. You want to identify those persons and begin to study their behaviors. How does successful people in this area, how do they think? How does people who believe in God for healing, what do they do? How do they think? How do they set their focus? How do they realign their lives? How do they reset their future? What do they do? They do it intentionally. You got to learn from others. You got to learn from others. You don't have to be a lone ranger, and you don't have to be up in their face. You can study their lives from a distance. You got to read. You got to research. You got to do your homework. That helps you to set a goal in your life. That helps you to set purpose. That helps you to maintain focus. You got to learn from other people, and then learn and study from what did they do. They may give you some shortcuts that will save you much, 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 much. So what are you going to do? What am I going to do after tonight? You're going to gather the ingredients, everything you need for a successful life. You got to decide what it's going to take for me to get there, and be intentional. You can't just wait to be in the middle of things and then decide. No, when you're intentional and you're deliberate, when you premeditate where you're going, you get your stuff together. Go ahead and search the internet. Find out what you need for that training program. Find out how long it's going to take, how much money I need, how much grant money is out there, what's the pay increase, what's my focus to keep me going in that direction. You want to own your own business? All right, what kind of insurance do I have to have? What kind of liability do I have to have? What kind of taxes do I have to pay? You got to do the work. Put the work in. You got to, Oh, baby, that's right. That's right about where it needs to be right now. It's cooling off. It's settling down. It's going to take me where I need to go. Where do you need to go? I want you to be intentional about what you got to do to get there. I want you to come away from tonight with your intentional tardy. The history on tardy. We talked about Scotland and Ireland and how it was designed to do, how you trick your mind. We did all of that. Now what I need you to do is not waste things, time, space, energy, and years in your life. It's time to reset and intentionally set your mind that I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish this. I am going to do this. What is it that you need to just get your focus, get your thoughts, set your goals, learn and study from others? What do you have to commit to intentionally to get you where you need to be? You can create, with the Lord on your side, you can create the future of your dreams. Don't worry about somebody else's dream. It's your time now. It's time to focus. It's time to think through. And I think if you just think about that word premeditate, most times that has such a negative connotation. But I don't want you to premeditate this. Premeditate your future. Premeditate where you're going to be, how you're going to look, and what you will have accomplished, and what you're going to do by this time next year. Even while COVID-19 is going on, make good use of your time. Commit to intentionally not waste another week, another year, another month, another season. Create the future that you want to see. Be intentional. Now tonight's target is all about you being intentional. It's all about you creating the drink, the hot toddy, to intentionally do what you need it to do. It's all about the experience. It's all about the comfort that this tardy brings you, and it's all about the reward that your intentional planning will bring to you. I see great things in your future. Somewhere in your future, things are looking much better than they look right now. Somewhere beyond tonight, if you just work with what you gotta work with, because it's gonna be working one way or another. Things are always moving. We serve such a progressive God. Things don't stop because you stop. 2 years from now will be 2 years from now. So 2 years from now, if you premeditate the 2 years from now, you'll be where you need to be. I dare you to create a future that you can live with. Create a future. Redesign your life. Set your faith to do some things totally different in the upcoming days. Now be intentional about your tomorrow. When you wake up in the morning, be intentional. I'm going to make this a good day, and I'm not going to let nobody take my day from me. Nobody. Absolutely nobody, including myself. It's going to be a good day for me. It's going to be a great day for me. It's going to be a good weekend for me. It's going to be a good week next week. The rest of this month is going to be, you got to premeditate, predetermine, preconceive in your mind, and keep your focus. Baby, I'm about to enjoy my time. And I wish you a great nightcap. You've got something to think about the rest of the night. Now, this is a good note to rest your head and have sweet dreams on. Take it on in through the weekend, to the week, and every day. Set your intentions. That I'm going to always remember that every hour is a happy hour. All right. I'm coming back. I'm going to send you something on this feed, and we're going to talk to each other about setting our focus and premeditate. Now, I know you thought about some bad premeditations, but right now, switch, reset. It's time to set some premeditations that you're going to do some great things just for you. All right, sweet dreams. Enjoy your tardy. Let it do what it needs to do. Have a good night. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.